I was going to release this tomorrow, but because Twitter is fucking blowing up my phone because of all the drama that's been going on, I feel like I don't need to make a video about it, but I want to just clown on the fandom so badly. Just trust me on. So, as many of you all know, the Amazing Digital Circus is ending during the summer, around June 19th, with the ninth episode called The Final Act. But apparently yesterday, Twitter came out with Glitch came out with a Twitter response saying that if you don't want to wait, you can watch the movie early, around June 4th to 7th at your local movie theater. And yeah, there's a lot of things that happened. Firstly, the website crashed, and there was like so many people bitching and whining about this on Twitter that I wanted to make my own video about it. Okay, as somebody who's been a D1 hater of the Amazing Digital Circus since day one when the trailer released, I was laughing my ass off at the replies on Twitter. From yesterday when it first came out to like the trailer and all that, I was laughing my entire ass off. I cannot believe how people are stupid enough on Twitter, even their own fans. Now I can kind of see why Gooseworks wants literally nothing to do with the show anymore, and I can clearly see that. What do I have to say about this? This is not a good idea. Why do I think this is not a good idea? Well, apparently there was another show that did the same thing called Battle for Dream Island, which is another cringy ass fandom that I sadly used to be in, but not anymore. And they did the thing like 4 times. They put like the episodes in theaters 4 times, and it didn't really go well. That's all I really have to say about that. But anyway, I don't think this is a good idea because one, literally the whole room is going to smell like ass. Literally almost every single Digital Circus fan is going to be at one of these premieres. It is going to smell like French booty cheeks and fucking French fries that were expired in the freezer. You can clearly tell how asses the whole movie theater is gonna smell, and because they don't shower and shit, and they don't have deodorant and all that. Also, I don't know why, but a lot of people are really pissed off at the fact that Jax is probably gonna get more screen time than like any other character in the entire episode. What do I think about it? I honestly don't give a shit. I don't care about Jax or any other characters. I think it's cool that Jax is getting more screen time in this movie, but what is he really going to bring the purpose to the table? I just don't care, but I don't like that how many people are bitching and moaning and whining and complaining that Jax is going to be the main character. Have they not seen a show with a main character who is totally unlikable? There's like a lot of shows and like cartoons that has an unlikable protagonist that is still like a fan favorite. People genuinely don't understand how a show works or genuinely how the characters like work at all. And it makes me so fucking mad. Like, even if I hate the show so much, I can't just stop and say, they don't understand how a show really works. Like, for indie animation, even though I hate like most indie animation shit, at least I can understand how a character's like interaction work, how the character arc and all that goes and all that. So seeing Jax be like the hated person, this isn't really the biggest thing that they stopped doing this a long time ago, but they brought her back apparently just because he's on the fucking poster, and I guess. Okay, so basically it says, hey everyone, Kevin, CEO of Glitch here. I wanted to jump in and talk directly about the theatrical release of the Amazing Digital Circus finale, and it is being 2 weeks before its YouTube release. The reason we're pushing this for this at all is because this one event has the potential to change how the entire industry views indie animation. If this works, we get a YouTube animated series into thousands of theaters globally. It opens the door not just us, but for many creators, many projects, and the future of original creator-led storytelling. Some other fuck-ass person did this already. You're not really solving anything, guys. To be blunt, getting to this point is a massive uphill battle. The traditional film industry has never really done something like this before at a global scale. Like a lot of the bets we've been taking over for the last 8 years of running Glitch, it takes a bit of a risk to slowly push new territory, but we really believe it's worth it. Yeah, sure it is. The 2 week gap came out a lot of back and forth. Theaters were originally asking for a minimum of a month. I pushed hard to get it down to just 1 week or less, but they weren't really in the buds that far. 2 weeks was where we finally landed, and even that was apparently unheard of for them. I get that it's not ideal for everyone, and I genuinely hear the frustration, but if this works, it changes the game for us and for a lot of independent creators down the line. No, it doesn't. I don't think so. I see a lot of views are frustrated because there isn't theater to yet. We're working around the clock to fix that. We are currently in active talks with several theater chains in many countries around the world. We're posting for more screenings and more locations every single day. Also, we really want to get theaters in our home, Australia. Trust me, we do. We're just waiting for someone to respond for us. For those who've been respectfully reaching out to your local cinemas, thank you. It is actually working. Those emails are the best leverage we have to show theaters that there is a massive audience waiting for us. We're doing everything in our power to make this as accessible as possible while still trying to move the needle in indie animation as a whole. Thank you for sticking with us. Kevin Lurd, I don't know how to say his last name, but he's the CEO of Glitch. Yeah, you guys are not. And now, what do I personally think of this? And what does everybody else think of this? Well, for whatever everybody thinks of, these right here can just genuinely explain it. People are really upset about this, not only, but also people are just bitching and complaining about this. Instead of, like, I don't know, actually just waiting for the movie to release and then give it an actual opinion. I would only go over there, like, and I'm being so dead ass, I would only go over there just to leak the movie on Twitter. Of course, I wouldn't leak. I wouldn't leak it on YouTube because that's stupid. I would leak it on Twitter for like 24 hours just to see like a bunch of hate comes flowing in, and I wouldn't even care. That it would be the most funniest shit ever. But what do I think of this? I personally think this is gonna flop. I don't see this ever being an actual good thing. First, this being in theaters, not really a good thing. Secondly, this being like a 1 hour movie, not a good thing either. Thirdly, literally almost every single Mason District Circus fan stinking up the whole room. I'm not gonna like that. Also, I should probably point this out. During the Twitter thing, there's a guy who said, "We love you, Glutch," and I typed, "Who the fuck is we?" And then so many fucking fuck ass fans are like blazing the shit out of me. Okay, me and you, everyone except you apparently. Shut up, twin. Why are you guys so ungrateful? MG, we the folks, get out of here. N word, I guess. And this one's just a question. I'm like, okay, I don't care that these people are just mad. These people are just fucking mad. I just don't like it. And then this one right here. Oh, they blocked me. Oh, okay. I don't. Here's the thing. I don't care. I'm not going to take shit from a fucking hell of a boss fan. I'm not gonna take shit from a 25-year-old hell of a boss fan. I'm old. I may be younger, but I'm not fucking dumb. Yeah. Anyway, that's all I really wanted to talk about. So in conclusion, the shit is gonna suck.